Hi, I'm Shane Breen. Welcome to Hickstead. My philosophy is work hard, play hard, enjoy life.
Everybody get up.
It's a very warm welcome to the open doors here of Hickstead Place, the home of Shane and Chloe Breen. We've come here to their home to find out a little bit more. Well, delighted to be joined now by Shane Breen. Shane, winner of the Al Shirra Hickstead Derby this year, among many, many accolades. Shane, great to have you here. We're invading your home, actually, on this occasion.
You're very welcome, Steve.
Shane, we're reflecting a little first on the Hickstead Derby win a few weeks ago. The celebrations, I'm sure, went on for a little while, but have you digested it yet?
It was fantastic. I had two wonderful horses in it. Canyon McCann obviously came out on top, and Golden Hawk was equal runner-up. To be honest, if you asked me which one would you rather have won on, I wouldn't have a preference. They've been two wonderful horses in my career. They've both won a lot. Just to get it done, get the monkey off my back was a nice thing to do.
Now he comes towards the last. Shane Breen, Canyon McCann.
Okay.
The Al Shirra Derby of 2022 gets its first clear round. Only the 65th in history. And it goes to the man from Ireland. He has planned, he has worked everything towards today. And there we have it. Wow.
It wasn't even about winning the class. It was about beating the record time for me that day.
For you there's a good family connection, as we know, obviously, with your family here, but also with your brother, who was a two-time winner up to that point as well. We're 2-1 in the standings at the moment. What did he say to you?
He was absolutely over the moon. He kept saying to me that, you'll win it, you'll win it. And then he was on the Irish team in Rotterdam. He actually came back Sunday night after driving the lorry back, and the party was still slightly going on until 4 in the morning. And Trevor called in just to shake my hand and congratulate me. So I suppose we're more than just brothers. We're best buddies. We're very, very, very close together. So, you know, when he won it the first time, it was very soon after the death of our mother. And, you know, like, I was crying and everything, you know. People were congratulating me for when he won it.
I was going to say, how often do they get the two of you mixed up?
Yeah, quite a bit. From start to finish, it's a complete family effort. You know, without Chloe beside me, without her support, you know, the next cog doesn't work.
Well, we've headed inside, and I'm delighted to be joined by Chloe Breen, because there's not just one person behind the Breen equestrian operation. Chloe, huge driving force here, of course. Shane, we know, we see him up front. But you yourself had a very successful international jumping career too.
I wouldn't call it a career. Enthusiastic amateur, yes. And a long time ago, very long time ago.
We mentioned there, I mean, it is a huge operation here. Where do you fit into it, and how do you drive it?
I suppose I'm her inside, so I'm very much in the office.
Did you ever envisage it? Was this the long-term plan?
I was going to be a criminal barrister. And then I met Shane, and, well, you know, we started our business, so no, it really wasn't the plan at all. And naturally, when you have more facilities, you fill them up with more horses. I mean, if there's a spare stable, Shane will fill it. So, you know, the more stables you build, the more horses you have. And then we built the studs, so now we have the space to have more breeding horses. So really, it has grown organically. You know, we live and breathe horses and show jumping, and you know, you couldn't ask for a better wingman in Shane to be driving that forward. I mean, what's the point in riding when you're married to Shane? I mean, honestly, you know. So yeah, we just kind of complement each other, I guess.
Back into that Hickstead Derby win this year, what did that actually mean?
Oh, it meant everything. And I actually said to Shane before the Derby, I said, look, if you don't win it this year, please don't enter it again because it's too much. Like the build-up and everyone saying, you know, this is your year. So it was amazing. And it was as good as winning it myself, watching Shane win. For everyone involved, for Shaker Mather, for Team Z7, for Canyon McCann, who's always been such a wonderful horse. It was lovely for him to finally, you know, be the star. It was, yeah, definitely the best class for us in 15 years. I mean, yeah, that was it. That was what we've been trying to do for 15 years, is win the Derby. Forget all the other Grand Prix in the world. The Derby was it for us.
Obviously, you've been a long time Mrs. Breen, but before that, Bun.
Yep. Still Bun when it suits me.
Still. And obviously, Hickstead is home. You know, you live here, you saw it grow with Dad behind it then. You rode, you won the Speed Derby yourself, you saw that all come up. But that adds to that feel of winning the Derby here, and actually to go back, you had a horse that won this as part of the family.
Body Bun, we did. A horse that my father bred. Yeah, that was a special day too. I kind of had hoped I'd be riding him. I did come third with him 2 years after, I think it was. So yeah, to have 2 Derby winning horses is special, very special.
How does that put the pressure on being the family element? Because obviously Shane was here in the early days sitting around with your dad around the kitchen table.
Yeah, we got over that a long time ago. I mean, you know, when Shane rides into that arena, it doesn't matter where it is. It's like riding into any arena in the world, everything, you know, he's completely focused. He's not thinking about where he is. Although definitely Derby week, he had a lot of pressure on him. You know, everyone was saying, it's your year, it's your year, it's your year. But he rose to the occasion and he won.
For you as well, the family's grown and grown in that 15 years that you've been talking about, to 2 daughters, 2 sons.
Well planned.
Very evenly.
Very evenly, yeah.
Very evenly split. Do they have ambitions of this? I was talking to them this morning, they seem to love the Derby.
Lorna sadly has retired from show jumping, but Darcy is very, very keen. And the boys are they're good, but take it or leave it. That would be nice.
Being here, literally at home, you can sit out in your garden and almost look across the arena these days. Is it still special walking down there?
Yeah, every day. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's a fairly unique place to live.
But what's that like every day? Because I mean, you've got the horses everywhere, you've got the arena down there, as you say. You live as part of it, but it's every time you walk in the door here, it's bustling.
There's always someone here. But you know, that's part of Hickstead. It's how it was in my childhood. How Dad had it, the door was always open. So it's very much a family home, and we entertain a lot. There's always someone here to entertain, like you, for example. But you know, we love it and we thrive on it, and really, we're very lucky to be able to live like that.
The difference to any other show, whether it's Dublin, Aachen, whatever it is, we can look out of the window here just behind you. We're in your house. You can see the arena. You know, you go past it every day. That makes it quite different.
It's always good to have a plan, and it's like these Derby courses, they're there to stay. And that's what makes them so amazing and such an incredible for the audience to watch, and it's unique. And it's, you know, as I say to fellow colleagues, you got to do it one day. You just got to do it.
You know, going on, and the next stage in Breen Equestrian's development has been the stud side, and there's always been an element here, but you've made a big leap now. When
Chloe came to Ireland and saw her, my cousin John and I, we bred Cause I Can. And Cause I Can was on the winning Irish team here a couple of years back. I think Chloe saw how passionate I was about breeding and so on and so on. So we sat down and we kind of looked at what we have here, what we could do with it in regards land, and was there scope enough to start breeding and so on. So we said we'd give it a go. So we started quite gradually, and eventually it developed and got quite big. We have built now a facility where we can collect off the stallions ourselves. We can do the whole lot. It's a big team effort, and I enjoy doing it. I like the country life, I like the farming side of it, and it's good for the kids to understand about all of that. I definitely think from when Chloe and I started the Breen Equestrian Stud, it has definitely improved since then.
Yeah.
And I think it's getting better, and I'm really looking forward to the future. I'm just ashamed, I'm not ashamed, but I'm a bit going to miss out on that. Maybe I'll be retired before I can ride some of the really good ones that we produce.
Shane, so what has been your philosophy based around breeding? Because obviously, I mean, you brought up in Ireland, where you were around, and actually probably your dad's influence gets overlooked a little bit in all of this, but the likes of the racing industry, Coolmore not too far away, what have you gleaned from all of that? What's your thinking?
It's very easy to keep using the same, but you know, we gotta bring on the next generation.
And as a family, you've kept Hickstead going. I mean, there were times when it wouldn't be so easy to have kept it going, but the motivation there, the upgrades that are being going on there, how does that feel now to be in that as a family? Obviously, Dad was driving force for so many years.
The motivation was never ever in doubt. When Dad died, the most sensible option was to shut the showground and build houses on it. But without fail, all of us said, absolutely not. We'll carry this on. Not in his memory so much, but because it's Hickstead. How could you not carry it on? And it is difficult financially sometimes, and it always will be. It's a challenge. You have to run it like any other business. But I think we're doing it quite well at the moment. You know, you don't know what the future will hold, but for now, it's in very, very good hands. Lizzie and Edward run it brilliantly with the support of you know, the other four of us, John, Daisy and Charlie, and we're all behind it. And none of us could envisage not having Hickstead in our life, and really it's what drives us, is keeping Hickstead going, and it keeps us together as a family. So it's a very, very precious thing to all of us.
As we've already heard, the many successes of the Breen Equestrian team, and a full all-round look that you've seen here, whether it's the stud in full working order, the top show jumpers in jumping action, or the family hard at work. Hopefully, we've given you a little glimpse behind everything happening here at Hickstead Place.